All right. So, welcome everyone back to our weekly team calls on Monday nights. Excited to have everyone here again, see everyone. Um, so something that I was like, oh, I wonder what the topic's gonna be. And I was gonna do kind of like just kind of setting goals for the rest of the year. And we can certainly talk about that. But I 2 stars and above were invited to do so the 28-day action plan that we have on our Body Partner app that we all just went through. They opened up a leadership academy, and it's for 2 stars and above, and it started today. And one of the things that Melanie Mitro trained on is onboarding customers. And I was like, oh, this is great. Like I don't have a system like laid out that I can like share with you guys. Like it's just I welcome my partner, I welcome my customers, I send them a video and how to walk through the new system. Like I put them in my follow-up to make sure they get their package. I put them in my follow-up for 21 days later to make sure if they have supplements, they know how to make changes. Like, and then I'm consistently checking in on them, right? And seeing how they're going. And that's pretty much my onboarding. And I take pride in making sure I'm checking in on people pretty consistently. Over the years, a lot of people have said, like, just, gosh, thank you for checking in on me because I know I'm quiet in the group, or I know I fell off. And like, so it's that consistent checking in. So that's my onboarding system. But when she went through this whole thing today, I was like, oh, okay, this is something we need to like. I'm such a for 13 years I just wing a lot of things. I'm always winging it. Like I just whatever I feel, whatever I do. And I know some people really need systems. So I'm trying to get better. That's something I want to get better at, is making sure everybody has a system. So I want to share what she kind of went over, and then I will upload 2 PDFs from there in the team page that that gives samples of like a welcome email and things like that, to give some wording, and then a customer service checklist, because it's super important. We want to make sure we're the first line of customer service for them. I'm constantly telling people, I'm like, don't call customer service, like call me first. Let me figure it out with you so that you're not, because I don't, not that customer service is awful, but they have such hard turnover that I don't want one of my brand new customers to get a brand new customer service agent that has no idea what they're talking about, like, and that's just got through training. So I'm constantly like, please let me help before you go there. And you're busy, I don't want to bother you. I'm like, no, this is part of my job, this is what I do. Please, it makes life so much easier if I can troubleshoot things with you first before we have to get customer service involved. So within the first 12, so the first step, within the first 12 hours of your customer signing up, you want to send them a thank you message. Thank you for your order, thank you, just how there's going to be wording in the PDF, but I usually just say, I'm super excited, I'm proud of you, this was a great first step. I've been doing this for 13 years and I absolutely love it. And we're so excited to welcome you to the community. I have a bod group or a Facebook group. Which would you like? And I just kind of talked to them real briefly. And I said, please, reply to me so I know that you got this email and I didn't go to spam. Right. And it's super brief. I don't want to overwhelm them, right? I'm just thanking them and telling them they made a right decision, and just, I can't wait to work with them. I'm here for them. Here's my info type thing. Next, she's talked about assume they know nothing about body. Assume they know nothing. So you want to give them a walkthrough video of how to go. You can use mine from the YouTube channel, how to, or you can just make one. If you have a free Zoom account, you can just, do a screen share and record right to your computer and upload it, and just send it to them. You can just so that they have something, or you can just do something on your phone. Or I think Body has something now out there, a walkthrough on the new website. So however you want to do it. but make sure they know how to navigate their website. So I'm like, hey, here's a, I'll screenshot them a picture of the app, and I'll be like, these are your 3 tiles: fitness, nutrition, mindset. Here's what we're doing. I talk to them about, I make sure they get their package. So the next step is making sure they got their package in 7 to 10 days. Make sure they know what to do to get started. So in this section, you want to be like, do you know which program you're going to start with? Let's set some first 30-day goals, some 3-week goals. Like, let's do it, and use the body block mindset. Let's set a 3-week goal. Which program are we going to do? You can even have them try a couple workouts of each block for the first week, an all body block and an iron block or something, if that's what they're interested in. Be like, just try a couple workouts so that next Monday you choose which one you kind of want to go with. I'm always doing that. I'm like, try this, this, and this, and then let's decide which program from there. And sometimes I'll give them, try the first workout of 21 Day Fix, try the first workout of MBF, try the first workout of 4 weeks for everybody. Those are like, depending on what they say and what they're interested in, I give them 3 programs to choose from and tell them to try them, so that come that Monday, they have something ready to go. The next step is, if they ordered Shakeology, share how to make it. I used to send a little postcard with everybody, here's how to make your shake, because I know people sometimes just will put it in a water bottle and shake it, and they're like, that was disgusting. I'm like, yes, it was. That is not how you make a shake. So again, assuming they know nothing, they don't know how to make a shake, right? And so walking them through that, telling them what your favorite recipe is, and then set up a follow-up schedule. You want to, like I said, if they ordered a supplement, I put in 21 days from the time they ordered. I put it right in my app on my phone, and I say, remind so-and-so to make any changes to the current supplement order. And then I walk them through. Do you want to change the date? Do you want to change the flavor? Do you want to postpone it? What do you want to do? Here's how to do it. And I walk them through how to do that in their account. And then you want to set the goals with them. We already said that. And then maybe share the next steps with them. Like if you have a newsletter, like, hey, here's my newsletter is at the bottom of my email. So a lot of my customers just automatically join my newsletter because it's the link at the bottom of my email. So that's pretty much it. Send a thank you, assume they know nothing, invite them into your community, make sure they got their package, make sure they know how to make their shake, make sure you help them pick a program. And so you're for the first 30 days, you're checking in on them a couple times a week and just making sure that they know exactly what they're doing and they're ready, and they get a really great first impression of the company and of you and everything that they get access to. I'm going to share my screen real quick and go over where is it? Okay, here we go. So this is what I will put in the page, but it's basically just what I went over. And here's samples of a welcome email. A sample of, hey, did you receive your order? And then how to set reminders. So there's some sample wording here. So I'll put that in the team page, so and then there is also, can't see what this, let me go back. Oh wait, here it is. And then here is a customer service checklist, which again I will put in. So kind of everything we went through, when to check in. So I will put those in the page. Oops, what's happening? So yeah, so does anybody have any questions or any comments? Is this something that you do already, or does this sound like it's going to be helpful? Maybe to tweak a couple, like if this is something you already do, maybe this is just some things that you can tweak in there. Like I completely forgot I used to send how to make your shake. Like, so now I'm like, oh crap, I got to do that. So I'm going to add that to my list.
It's funny that you say that, because when I first started doing Shakeology, I did exactly that. I put the shake in water, and sometimes I would just like mix it up, and it just was nasty. Like I hated chocolate.
Lumpy.
I hated chocolate. And then I started blending it. I still hated chocolate. And then I tweaked it a little bit. I liked strawberry and I liked vanilla. And now I don't get anything other than chocolate. So it's just kind of playing around with it.
For sure. Yeah. And reminding people of that. Like that was my mother too. Like every time she came over, I would make her one. She's like, this is so gross. This is so gross. And finally, after 6 months, I was like, will you just buy a bag for a 30-day money back guarantee and just you play around with it at home? And then within 5 days, she found her recipe. And here we are 13 years later. Like she was like, oh my God, I love it. How did I ever not do this? I'm like, I know. Like, so true. Yeah, good point.
So as a coach, Karen, I'm sorry I didn't help you with that.
If only you had this training.
No, it wasn't you at all. It was just I had the variety pack for a long time, and I was trying all these different flavors, and it was just kind of like I didn't like almond milk, I didn't like coconut milk, I liked regular milk. And so it was really, it just like it needed my tasting to change. And really that's what it came down to. So now I everything out of it, and sometimes I just put water in it, but I also do like coconut milk, but I put so much else in there. So no, it wasn't on you, Kel.
I know, but when you were talking, it was just funny. It was like, oh yeah, I'm a coach. But the funny thing is, like, I sent out samples to mine and Karen's friend Tammy, and she got her package today. So I was like, I messaged her back, and I was like, don't try anything until I talk to you, or until I send you some recipes. Like, don't. And she's like, oh, like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, good.
But I do send them right away. Thank you for ordering.
Good. Awesome. Yeah, I think this was something we all kind of do, but now I'm thinking, so now the next step as partners who've been doing this for a while is making sure our new partners know how to do this. Like make sure they know how to onboard their new customers. And so I think this training sitting in the YouTube channel will be perfect, because then we can have them we can send this and make sure our new partners, when they're starting out, here's your 5-step process on how to get a new customer started, right? Because I think a lot of times with us here on this page, we had it, so we just naturally do it, right? Like we're like, oh, this is what my partner did, so I guess this is what I'll do. But I just loved the step by step, and then the checklist, and then sample wording, because I sometimes get hung up even 13 years later, like I'm so simple with my wording. But a couple of things she was saying today, I was like, oh, I should say that, like, and they also did a training on onboarding new partners. And one of the things that they said is, you've got to send them a welcome email in the first 12 to 24 hours, because as soon as they hit the button, yes, I want to be a partner, and they place their order, they're already doubting, what did I just do? Oh my gosh, what did I just do? And they're already thinking how to talk themselves out of it. So to get a message from us right away and be like, oh my gosh, you made such a good decision. You made the perfect decision. You're going to be so happy with your decision. And saying that to our customers too, because it's a scary thing. I experienced this whole last month or last 2 weeks with people signing up for 4-week up protocol. Everybody is terrified, and I'm like, no, come on, we're gonna do this. We're not gonna be part. You made the right decision. This is gonna be amazing. We're gonna do this together. And they were like, okay. So just to hear that wording from us very early, our customers and our partners, like you made the right decision. I'm gonna be here to hold your hand every step of the way. We're a team. We're gonna do this together. Like, just as like a big weight off of people's shoulders. So yeah. Good. Anything else to add, or any other questions?
So I may have missed this part in the beginning. Um, I'm sorry, Maverick had to be fed. Um, just went out my brain. It's been happening to me all day. I'll literally be in the middle of something, so I'll be like, yeah, it's gone. It's gone. I'll watch the recording and listen to the first few minutes again
Okay.
because I could hear it, and I'm pretty sure I heard everything, but there was something I had a question on. So I'll re-listen.
I talked about maybe giving them a walkthrough on their on the membership and their website. That was kind of in the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's something that I don't do.
Mhm.
And you know, I feel like I attract me a lot of times because they're all independent. Like Karen, I could do it myself. You know, all of them. And so I'm like pulling teeth, going, guys, you need to tell me what's going on. Like, hey, talk to me. Don't just tell me, oh, I had to cancel because I don't have the money right now, or come talk to me and we can talk about different ways that you could do this, or tell me what programs you guys are doing. Like I've got some, I don't even know what programs they're doing because they won't, but they're paying their fees and buying their stuff. And I'm like, talk to me, guys. So then I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But then I'm like, I reach out, I ask questions, I invite them to groups. They don't talk in the groups. Like, I think I'm just attracting myself.
I also
And
find when I question things like that, when I say, what am I missing? Maybe I go back to setting expectations on those beginning conversations. Here's what I expect from you and you're going to get from me type thing, as just as a reminder, and be like, I know you're going to want to do this yourself. I'm totally the same way. But in order for this to be a long-term lifestyle change, we have to be partners in this, and just kind of being like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I try to go back to setting expectations from the beginning.
So I think because I always ask them, what do you want from me as your coach? Like, what is it that you need? I think when they come back and say, oh, I'll go along and ask questions if I need them. I think I need to go back to like, no, that's not how that's going to work. I need more from you than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially now, because it's confusing with live classes, non-live classes, programs. I get confused.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally. And then just saying to them, I want to make sure you're getting what you signed up for. Like, I want to make sure the money that you just put out is being put to good use. Like, I want you to get the most bang for, I'm always like, I want you to get the most bang for your buck. Come on, And that's why, with the gut protocol, the people who had to start over from the beginning, I'm like, your package is going to be $280 because you need the gut protocol pack and you need the yearly of body. And I'm like, and I know that sounds like a lot, but let me break it down. And, 3 of them were like, yeah, if that's what I need, then let's do it. Just from the consistency of me talking about it, the value, here's what you're going to get. I want to make sure you're going to be good for a year. Like, this isn't what you're going to be paying every month, and just helping them understand everything that they're going to get. And sometimes, and I have a bunch that I did that with that didn't sign up. So, I mean, it's not like they all did. It was just 3 out of the 10 that I was talking to. And then I had to go back to, well, you could just do the $60 package for the gut protocol. You're just not gonna be able to do the workouts. You're not gonna get the supplements. You're not gonna get the core ball. And then I was thinking to myself today, oh my gosh, thank God I didn't sell any of those base kits because we needed that core ball for this whole workout today. Like, it was like every other move. I was like, oh yeah, see, we use this a lot. So yeah.
Well, I think what I'm struggling with, not only, I've struggled with for a while. I've done groups. I've tried to do challenge groups and stuff. And like this last one, it was just Kelly and I. And I'm like, it's frustrating. But again, what I also think that it's me, and I've got, but I'm hoping gut protocol will help me. I feel that the years I've gained, like I'm way more than I ever have. And so like I have a hard time in my own brain trying to really push people because I'm struggling with myself because I keep going up instead of like, even if I was just like at a stagnant point, I just keep going up. I'm not going down. So I'm really hoping like this will help generate like at least, some facial features and stuff. The pictures from the wedding, there were some really great ones. And then like, there's one of my family, the two boys and my husband. And like this, like I had a pose and it just like, it looked like I was twice as big. And, it's just things like that where I really am struggling trying to go.
You could use that
Come on.
though, Karen.
Right. That's what I was going to say, Dawn.
Yeah,
So I just did a whole live video last week and I said, you've been following me for 13 years and here I am again inviting you to another. And here I am telling you that I just had an awful summer and I was feeling so good on 101 days of no sweets and then went to shit. And then I said right in the video, I said, and some of you will join me and want me to be your partner because of that. And some of you will say, I need someone who's got their shit together. And I'm okay with either way. Like, and I literally said that. Like I said right in the video, I'm like, some of you will join me because I'm relatable and you're in the same boat and you've started over again and again with your nutrition. And some of you will choose to not join me because I need help too. Like, and I'm like, and I totally understand whatever avenue you want to take. And I was very real with that. And then I hit Success Club 13. Like, so it's just, it is that you gotta be real.
Karen, I had the same issue with in regards to like you said that you don't feel yourself either. Like you feel like with I posted my before pics in the gut protocol group this morning. I was hesitant to post it because the weight that I posted, and I posted my measurement, and I don't usually post my measurement. I'm not a big thing to lay out my weight. I was very like, but when Nicole gave me like a yes, like type of thing, it kind of was like, okay, that's what people want to see. They want to see your real, like, okay, yeah, I have a little bit of a pooch, and you know what? That's what it is.
Right.
So I think like Nicole was saying, just believe it or not, more people will relate because I've noticed by sharing that little piece and saying certain things. Like I use like even Nicole said, like I used the word bloat and gas the other day in a post, and I'm like, ugh. But people responded to it.
Right.
They actually did.
And
So,
I agree with that, but when I look at like all of yours before pictures, like they're just amazing, like how your journey has come. And I look at like when I started back in 2017, I was half of what I am now. Like it's like I can't go back when I did because for me, I look at that, I'm like, I looked healthier, and I guess I could say I looked healthier. Yes. I looked in better shape. Yes. I was 30 pounds lighter. Yes. So it's kind of like, and that's where my struggle is. Like, I can't do that post because that's where I was. And here I am now. And I'm just,
Yeah, I don't
Karen.
post those right now. I don't do that either because that's not where I am. And I am, I started at 142 pounds 6 weeks after having Ella. I'm 154 pounds right now, and I'm 4'11". And so I don't do that.
yeah.
Karen, maybe your medical, we know your medical issues have been a part of that.
yeah.
So talk about that. If you're
Yeah.
comfortable sharing your medical stuff, just say, this is what's happened. I've got some medical issues going on, so I've gained some weight, but I'm still trying. I could relate to a post like that better than I can some of these girls who look like they've never had a weight problem. They have, I don't know, but look like they've never had one. I can't relate to that, but if someone's going, oh my God, I've had medical issues and I put on weight because of it, but I'm still here and I'm still trying.
Yeah,
that
that's
would
a
be
good.
something I'd be like,
Yeah, that's actually
Kind of
really,
peppers.
really relatable. That's really good.
I mean, because it's the medical stuff. It's not because
It's real and it's
know-
raw and it's true.
Yeah.
You're not making up anything, and that's what people want to see.
It really started
true-
going when I got my pacemaker. in 2020. Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
it,
I think
then
you
I,
need to use that to your advantage a little bit.
then my mom died. And, so yeah, I mean, you're right. We're
You have
probably
a lot there. Yeah.
And the age right now,
Yes.
we're all going through these hormonal changes that
Yeah.
we just don't understand. Like
I'm
and
getting worse.
everybody's
And everything. Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
same boat right now, 45 to 65. Like that's the age range that everybody's just like, what is happening to
It
my
seems
body?
like you know how the girls are getting their periods earlier than we did. It seems like us older women are going into those premenopausal, menopausal years earlier than our parents did. Because my mom didn't go into menopause or whatever you want to call it until she was in her 50s. I'm 48 and I'm doing it. I'm going through it now. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I think it's evolution. Like maybe there's something with evolution going on too. Like these girls, like a lot of these girls are getting them so early on now.
Right.
I mean, I didn't get mine until I think I was 15 years old. You know?
Yeah.
So maybe that's another thing that we have to look into. Like, everyone's hormones don't help.
I really
Right.
think too,
No, but
our food is
Yeah.
killing us. Like
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
such a like
Mhm.
Sammy's taking a nutrition class, and I met with the teacher the other night.
Oh, nice.
For like curriculum night, and she went over
Oh,
everything that
cool.
they're gonna go over, and she was like, we've started talking about how many bugs the FDA allows in our food, and I'm like,
What?
oh, I know,
They
like,
do.
I know, and it's
They're
such
not monitoring shit. They're
Yep.
not monitoring shit.
No.
Nope. Let's move to
They're
Europe.
Well, and
I-
that's what
Seriously.
she shared too, how one of her students who was from another country was like, this pasta does not taste the same. And I'm like, yeah, because the wheat is sprayed with Roundup here. Like it's like, or the meat, like, like Tracy's shown us the meat that she gets right out of the butcher versus the meat that we get from the grocery store. It's like, ew, like, and just and sugar is killing us. Like there's just so much. And so for us to just continuously share about it, what we're doing about it, what we're trying to do about it, because I mean, like we know sugar is the devil.
Well, and I've been following a lot of Shalene Johnson's stuff right now because she's working on the hormones, and she also was doing some stuff on Ozempic and Wegovy, and so I was interested in that. But like, we all instead of just supplementing, and she said it too, like our food is shit, so we need to be supplementing. But then you have to be careful what you supplement too, and you need to actually be going to our doctors, and we all do, to find out what supplements we actually need. So what are we deficient in? She's like, don't just start taking a supplement if you're not deficient in it. You're just wasting money.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
like, how many of us have done that too? Like, just, oh, I need this because someone says, oh, you should try that, and you're on it and you have no clue,
Yeah.
myself included. And so I'm like, oh, yeah, I think it's time to ask the doctor to do some blood work and
Yeah.
figure it out.
That's what I think I'm gonna do too.
Yeah.
Like I got it.
But they are showing, lots of studies are talking about this, and Shanti was talking about it too. The older you get, the more you need to lift versus the HIIT cardio.
Yeah.
I'm seeing
So
that
and it's more
Yeah.
yeah, and it's more protein too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, for sure. And just really listening to our bodies and what, like, yeah. Yeah. And just talking about it, talking about the hard stuff. Like your audience will so relate and appreciate you talking about the hard stuff, because it's easy to just, I mean, I noticed, obviously today was just day one, and I'm like, wow, this was a lot of work, but it was way easy that everything's sitting in the fridge done. Like that, I was just grabbing stuff today, and I was like, wow. But I'm like, how lazy I have been for like at least a year. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like we cook on Sundays, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we were eating out like every day. Like I'm like, this is ridiculous. First of all, we're wasting money, and second of all, this isn't good. Like it's just, so just talking about the real issues, like people are afraid to talk about, right?
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
all.
It's funny that you say that because the post that I just did on Sunday, it was talking about, just how I've been feeling and whatnot. I had a girlfriend that I text her every 9/11 because she was in the Pentagon when that got hit.
Oh,
And
wow.
22 years, texted her on this day, thanking God that she's still here and just thanking her for her friendship and just all this stuff. And even though we don't talk, hardly ever, and she lives a mile down the road, it's just life happens. And so I had texted her this morning, like I always do on 9/11. And, she's just like, I'm glad to be here too. Thank you so much. And then she's like, I really related to your post. And it was about the bloating and the gaining of weight and just feeling tired all day. And so you saying that is just like, oh yeah. So maybe I'll just do, even if it's not like selling product, just getting people to just talk,
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you have to. You don't want to sell. You don't want to be selling on your social media. You don't. You never want to be selling. The only place I sell is in my events. I don't sell on any of my social media ever. I haven't in 13 years. I literally just share stories and then I say, if you want more information, click here or whatever. But my events are where I do all the selling, and that's where I do all the sharing and in private conversations. But I mean, and I always say this, like, so you just had a moment like that where you were just talking about something else and like, I really appreciated your post. So that is because that is a sign that you need to do more of that, because
Right.
I always say, if you're sharing about everything in life, people are going to tag you and stuff. Like I get tagged in Shamar Moore stuff and true crime stuff and Disney stuff and like, oh my God, Nicole, you'd love this water bottle. Oh my gosh, someone sent me a TikTok right on my timeline of a Schitt's Creek Halloween thing. Monica will always be like, oh my God, have you seen the new Exorcist trailer? You're gonna love it. Like, so because I talk about so many things that I'm interested in, I'm consistently getting tagged in random shit throughout the day, that because people know, I let them in and all the other stuff. And you got to think, Gary Vaynerchuk, his book, Jab, 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 Hooks, right? 3 jabs and a
Yeah,
hook.
jab, 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 hook.
Yeah. So 3 jabs and a hook. So 3 jabs. So if you go to your Facebook timeline right now, it should be jab, 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 which is life, teacher, my kids, whatever. And then a hook would be, here's a recipe I made today to help with my gut health that I'm working on right now. And then again, jab, 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 my kids, being a teacher, COVID or whatever, the dogs, hook again. I just started a new workout program, but so it's got to be 3 personal posts, and then your hook is something that you want people to pay attention to regarding your health and fitness journey.
I
Okay.
think too, there's so many places now to post that can get overwhelming too.
Yeah.
Like I've been going live in my stories when I'm walking Maverick quite a bit. But I feel like you can go live in those better than you can when you're on your actual Facebook page anymore.
Agreed.
And then I'll kind of carry something over sometimes, but I'm not getting caught up in I didn't post here, I didn't post here, and I didn't post there.
Yeah.
Because that's overwhelming.
And I want you to always think about, I always share this. How do you view social media? I don't watch stories in reels. I'll watch a reel, but I won't listen to it. But so my viewing is, I scroll Facebook and I love reading. I love reading people.
I do
So
too.
like, the people will say, well, I posted here. I'm like, well, I don't see that. And then I'll go to their timeline. I'm like, where is it? And they're like, well, it's in my story. I'm like, I don't look at stories. So there are people that may look at stories, but there are people like me that need to read. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for 13 years. So my corporate mentor this week was like, where did you find all these people for Gut Protocol? I'm like, on my Facebook feed. Cause that's my comfort zone. And that's what's worked for me for 13 years. Yes, I post on Instagram. Yes, I do reels. Yes, I do stories, but this is where everybody comes from. So that's and it allows me to be more personal. Like
Right.
it's not supposed to, and on my Instagram feed, I'm not really supposed to post about my personal stuff. People come to your Instagram feed for your niche, and you get unfollowed if that's not what they're like, wait, you're a perimenopause mom and you just post about your kids. I don't, thank you, but I want it. What are you doing to lose weight because you're in perimenopause? Like, and so just remembering that part of Instagram is different. Where Facebook, you can just be more personal and be yourself and just, and you don't want to sell on Facebook because they'll shut you down.
Right.
So,
Right.
Now, I do watch reels, but it's usually because I have all these German Shepherd reels that show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I'll post a reel with Maverick. But yeah, it's because it's all these German Shepherds and it makes me
Right.
laugh. So
Right.
that's most of what's showing up in my reels. So I do watch them, but
Yeah.
I don't spend hours on them either.
Right.
No, I like reels occasionally, but I like reading about more even now, I don't know if anyone follows Finding Cooper's Voice, an autistic he's an autistic kid that does nonverbal speaking. And I love the family and I love like what she talks about and everything like that. And it's really cool because she can write. Like she can write, but I enjoy reading it. Like it's kind of it gets to know their family and what they go through and she always posts about how she feels how he's going to be. He's 12 now and he's starting to come into his own. He doesn't speak, but he has like a voice mechanism, like a voice tablet thing that you press. But he has a little friend, a little friend that like speaks for him, kind of like this little girl that kind of just gravitated to him. That it's just so cool to see, and he does the sports league that you do, I think, Kelly.
Best
What?
buddy.
Miracle League.
Yeah, Miracle League or something like that, and he's hits and you can see how excited he gets when he hits off the tee and everything like that. And him and his friend will run to the base together, or him and his brother. And it's so weird because he's the oldest. He's got three younger brothers. I'm sorry, wait, two younger brothers and a sister. And one of the brothers is really, really close to him and like kind of like really looks out for him. The other one is just starting to be that age where he sees that he's like different, but he doesn't fault him for it. He always helps him and he's realizing what he needs. So he's always there. Like they're always there and the kid loves his family. Like he's the smartest kid in the world, like so smart. And he loves trains and everything. It's just cool to see like this woman fought really hard though to get him in a really good school because I guess she had some trouble with the schools not treating him right. But now he's in a really good school. It's just really cool to see everything. And she posts on a feed and she does some stories and stuff like that. But she's not like you said, Nicole, she's not like everywhere. She finds her niche and I think she's really mainly Facebook and some stories, and that's what it's just nice to see like that. That's what people I think want to see sometimes, like the real, like you said, the realness.
You want to find what's comfortable for you, and you want to keep it simple.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Your new partners will be like, oh, I could do that. Like, okay, like it is. That's always my thing. Like when I'm posting, I'm like, could a new partner do what I do? And the answer is always yes. So
is it also good to post like we were scared too? Like we were scared in the beginning too, or we're still scared at times. To help them out. I don't know. Is that something that, because I know some of these people like they always seem like they're really wanting to do certain things or they want to help or they want to help themselves, but they're too scared. And I've always said, listen, I've been there. I'm still there at times, so we can do that, like I don't know if that's gonna help them to like push them forward a little.
I think so because you're offering support.
Yeah.
And you're telling them you understand it. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna just wrap this up real quick so I can hit stop recording. So that people, when they watch this, they're like, I don't want to watch a 40-minute video. So yes, so onboarding new coaches, be a new customer, onboarding your customers, and making sure you are consistent on your social media and you're being real and you're being true to yourself, because that's authentic and that's what's comfortable. And you don't want to post like I post, and I can't post like Kelly posts. And, so you got to just be you and continuously do that. And then make sure your new customers feel supported and make sure they know they made the right decision. And we'll just keep growing from there.